Hello and welcome back to another video on Attractions with Ash. Now today we've received some very exciting news from Thorpe Park that tomorrow will be the day where Hyperia, after a couple of weeks out of action, will finally be reopening. Now obviously there's been some speculation growing day by day ever since it closed after just operating for its opening day on the 24th of May, which was an absolutely incredible event to be at. Just the mass herd of people that were there and, you know, absolutely loved it. Was absolutely incredible to see, and I don't think I'll ever experience an opening day like that again, or at least for a very long time anyway. Over the last couple of weeks, while it's been closed, there's been growing speculation over what's happened to it, what's happened to Hyperia. Has it, you know, is there a major fault with the ride? Something that Thorpe Park has done very well is not let that speculation grow into just complete mass hysteria, because one wrong move from the Thorpe Park communications department could have potentially blown this completely out of the water beyond what it is turned out. Because there's been some people that I've seen on Twitter, as people have posted updates, they've been really eager. Okay, Thorpe Park, when are they? I really need to know when is Hyperia going to be reopened? What is wrong with the ride? Could you please expand on what is wrong with the ride? And obviously there's been speculation, or could it be to do with the lift hill or something else? And there has been like some updates with engineers on the lift hill, kind of like fixing the chain and so forth. But I think something that Thorpe Park has done really well throughout all of this is just not let that speculation boil over into something completely different by taking a misstep. And I think that's something that theme parks are slowly getting better at, especially I've noticed in the UK. Especially in the last year or so, I think communications from the UK theme parks, and well, I am going to take some exceptions, because I have seen some pretty interesting tweets being put out there by certain UK theme parks, and if you know specifically what I'm talking about, you'll know specifically. But I think on the flip side of that, something that Alton Towers I noticed have done really well to try and appeal to that younger audience is step up their game with the social media interaction. And I think that's really brought a lot more of a human side to theme parks, because especially with Merlin being the second largest like theme park entity to Disney, it can easily be misconstrued that companies like that, a lot of people, you know, will be forgiven for thinking in the past that Merlin, a massive faceless, heartless corporate entity. But I think that's something that their parks like Alton Towers and Thorpe Park have done really well, and I hope every other UK theme park can take note of this, especially how Thorpe Park have handled this. There have been some people that have given, you know, Thorpe Park staff abuse about riding riding Hyperia during its test cycles over the past couple of days, and there's been this question going around saying why do they get to ride it, and the general public are just cast aside, when clearly, you know, as other people have rightly mentioned, there are like health and safety procedures in place. They have, as you know, they have given consent for them to be fully liable for their own misfortunes if something did happen. So, but apart from that, it's great to have Hyperia back, because it was brilliant going out on the opening day, and it rode it had a massive operating day, far bigger, I think, than any other opening day we've ever seen, I think, in the UK, riding on into the night as well with night rides. Unfortunately, I didn't get mine because I had to rush back in the end, and I was right to rush back in the end because I had a massive calamity with cancelled trains and delayed trains getting back. So I'm glad I went back when I did, but at the same time I'm really gutted I didn't get that night ride. But hopefully I'll get one in the future. Maybe at future Fright Nights or something like that. But first and foremost, so many more people will now be able to enjoy what is undoubtedly the best roller coaster in the UK. The team at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, I'm sure, will have silently shown a bit of delight that Hyperia has been closed, so they could have the big one could have the title of the tallest and fastest roller coaster, well, operating roller coaster, for a couple of weeks longer. But it's great to have Hyperia back, and let me know your thoughts now that Hyperia is returning tomorrow, Wednesday the 12th of June. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I can't wait to ride it again, because I feel like I need a few more rides really to shore up my opinion of Hyperia, but it is really, really positive at the moment, and I'm still a couple of weeks on feeling that absolute euphoria that I had with my first ever ride on Hyperia, with the back row ride. I've never had so much ejector airtime on a roller coaster before. It was absolutely brilliant to experience after waiting 6 hours, which I don't think I'll ever wait that long maybe for a coaster again, unless it's something completely out of this world that I ride in the future that ends up taking like 10 hours to queue for, which I probably still will queue for because it's a roller coaster at the end of the day. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. If you already rode Hyperia, if you were lucky enough as well to ride it on the opening day, let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section down below. But if you haven't yet and you're planning to visit in the next couple of weeks to ride Hyperia for the first time, have an absolutely amazing time. It will be such an incredible experience, I can guarantee you of that. I'll see you in a few days with another video here on Attractions with Ash. Until then, goodbye!